The president teeing up his economic speech tonight at a casino at 6:10 p.m. Eastern time, if it starts on time. Did this long interview with Politico. And what everybody's looking for is, can the president stay on message on the economy? Can he talk in a focused way? The speech is advertised as being on the economy. Many times Donald Trump has been told you have to do X, you have to be disciplined, and he's not. So here's a little test run. Dasha Burns asked him, what's your letter grade on the economy? And of course, that naturally leads to a discussion of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here we go. 104, please.
I wonder, sir, what grade would you give your economy right now?
Before I answer that, let me just tell you something. I've watched stupid people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, or some people call her Taylor Greene, some people call her Taylor Brown, because green sometimes turns to brown, which isn't nice. But I've watched her say that he spends too much time
0 seconds on the economy.
Foreign. Well, by doing that, and first of all, it doesn't take a lot of time. I made one trip. I brought back trillions of dollars on that one trip.
Enough of that one. He goes on and on.
I stopped in South Korea.
He vaguely says overseas work is, he's thinking about the United States when he's overseas. Here's a little bit more of an on-message version. This is Caroline Levitt on Fox and Friends this morning. 106, please.
Well, we greatly look forward to going to Northeast Pennsylvania tonight, and President Trump is going to give a positive, economic-focused speech where he talks about all that he and his team has done to provide bigger paychecks and lower prices for the American people. And don't forget, a year ago, President Trump inherited the worst inflation crisis in modern American history from the Biden administration, and I have watched every single day as President Trump and his tremendous economic team have been working to fix it, and they have through a very simple economic formula, which President Trump will talk about tonight. Number one, tax cuts. Within 6 months, President Trump signed the largest middle-class tax cut in American history. No tax on tips, overtime, Social Security, and you'll hear stories of everyday Americans tonight who will benefit directly from those tax rebates next year. You look at the massive deregulatory effort from President Trump and his team, which is saving American households and small businesses money. And then, of course, unleashing American energy dominance, which is having a direct impact on the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And we have seen oil prices down 20%. In 22 states, the average price of gas is less than $2.75 a gallon. Gas prices are at their lowest point in 5 years. This is all thanks to President Trump's economic agenda. There's a lot more work to do, and he'll talk more about that tonight. But this is going to be President Trump's bread and butter issue, focused on the economy. Nobody knows it better than him.
So, Mark, the message, we've done a lot. We've got a lot more to do together, obviously. I'm shorter Caroline Levitt. So in the olden days, the metric of success for a White House would be he'd give the speech at 2 o'clock, and then at 6:30, the communications director at the White House would turn on Tom, Dan, and Peter and see what they had to say about it. If you were running the White House comm shop here, what would your metric of success be, regardless of whether the president talks about Marjorie Taylor Greene or not tonight? What are they trying to achieve with this speech? Where would you look to see if it's successful? On ads on Netflix? Like, where would it be?
I would look to the actual specific area where they're sitting in Pennsylvania. This is a spot, purple seat, where Rob Bresnahan, he recently won it. He flipped a seat. He's on the list of the Democrats' list to flip. So the fact that they're right there in a politically potent area, the reaction on the ground is going to tell you everything you need to know.
So, like what happens on Channel 5 in Pennsylvania?
Yes, I think that to me is going to be a really big metric. It's like, not only is it politically valuable for the next couple of years, but also it's a perfect microcosm of what works, what doesn't. If the president's going to go by gut, with applause lines or just personal reactions, like, what better petri dish than a purple district in a purple state?
Yeah. All right, Naomi, if this were Ronald Reagan or Bill Clinton, the opposition party would be like, we're going to have to watch this thing. This could be a powerful speech. He could regain control of the economy. And talking to Democrats about this speech since it was announced last week, they're all just laughing. Now, maybe they're underestimating Donald Trump, but do you feel that he could come out here and grab this issue in a way that would put your party on the defensive, or you don't think that's likely or possible?
there's the Donald Trump issue, and then there's our party, our message. We miss a lot of great opportunities to go on offense against Donald Trump in a unified way. No, I mean, I think the issue that he's going to be facing is obviously affordability. I mean, it's what everybody's talking about, and the bailout for farmers over soybeans in particular. I mean, that's the effect of his tariff policies. He promised to take down the debt, and all he's collected is $250 billion. We have, what, $33 trillion in debt? It's got a lot of work to do there. So I don't know how he's going to spin it. It seems like in the interview with Dasha, he just goes back to Marjorie Taylor Greene or some sort of red herring. It's almost impossible at this point for him to stay on message or to stay awake. Did you see him in the
Yeah.
meeting yesterday?
Yeah, seemed to
I mean,
nod
he fell
off again.
asleep in a meeting.
When he eventually gave himself a letter grade, do you guys know what letter grade he gave himself?
A plus 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 plus.
Yeah, one more plus than I would have expected.
Yeah.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.